Have you ever wondered what it takes to truly deepen the connection with your partner and create a more fulfilling relationship? In this session, we're diving into fascinating insights about intimacy, sharing practical tips and techniques that can transform your connection and enhance your experiences together. Stick around, because we'll also discuss proven techniques to improve your performance and overcome challenges like premature ejaculation, giving you the confidence to rekindle passion like never before. If you're excited to learn more, type "excited" in the chat right now. And before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and leave a comment to let me know what resonates with you. Your support helps us bring valuable content your way. Now let's get started. Today we're diving into a fascinating topic that holds the potential to transform your relationships: understanding the complexity of female sexuality. These insights will not only improve intimacy, but also strengthen the emotional bond you share with your partner. Let's explore this together. Let's start with a simple yet powerful truth. Small gestures can make a big difference. For example, tender kisses on areas like the stomach or neck often mean more than you might think. These sensitive areas have a heightened concentration of nerve endings, making them especially receptive to gentle touch. A well-placed kiss can convey care, attention, and a sense of closeness that words alone can't achieve. Now, here's an interesting point. During menstrual periods, some women may feel more inclined toward intimacy. While this varies from person to person, many find that sharing this level of closeness builds trust and emotional connection. The key here is to communicate openly and approach these moments with understanding and respect. This brings us to another essential aspect of intimacy: foreplay. Many men overlook its importance, but for women it's often a cornerstone of a fulfilling experience. Take nipple stimulation, for example. About 40% of women consider it an integral part of foreplay. It's a simple act, but one that signals you're attentive to their needs and willing to take the time to build anticipation. And when it comes to reaching orgasm, there's no one-size-fits-all solution. While 80% of women achieve climax through clitoral stimulation, others find equal satisfaction through vaginal intercourse. What this tells us is that understanding your partner's preferences is key. The best way to do this? Ask questions, be curious, and be open to learning from each other. A little exploration goes a long way toward deepening your connection. Now, let's talk about ways to elevate the experience even further. One surprisingly simple tip is to stay hydrated. It might sound basic, but proper hydration improves blood flow and physical responsiveness, making intimacy more enjoyable for both of you. Something as simple as having water nearby before your intimate moments can have a surprisingly positive impact. For those looking to try something new, consider introducing a blindfold. It may sound unconventional, but by removing visual input, you allow the other senses, like touch, sound, and even scent, to become more pronounced. This can create an entirely different level of excitement and intimacy. Similarly, exploring the use of toys can open up new dimensions of pleasure, but it's important to approach this as a shared decision. Talk with your partner, discuss boundaries, and choose together. This creates a sense of mutual trust and adventure. So let me ask, are these insights surprising? If you've learned something new or found these tips interesting, type "wow" in the chat right now. I'd love to hear your thoughts, whether it's the idea of focusing on sensitive areas, the value of foreplay, or simple adjustments like staying hydrated. Your feedback helps us keep the conversation engaging and relevant. Each of these ideas is a step toward building a stronger, more satisfying connection with your partner. What's most important is the effort you put into understanding and growing together. These aren't just tips. They're opportunities to create moments of joy, trust, and closeness. Keep these insights in mind, and you'll find your relationship evolving in ways that feel natural and deeply fulfilling. Let's continue to explore how we can make our relationships even better. If any of this resonates with you, don't forget to type "Wow" in the chat. I'm excited to see your thoughts as we move forward together. Let's take a moment to focus on something that often goes unnoticed but plays a huge role in our relationships: emotional connections. When intimacy is grounded in genuine emotion, it strengthens the bond between you and your partner, creating a sense of closeness that goes far beyond the physical. When a man is deeply in love, it often shows in the small but meaningful ways he expresses affection. Pride is a common indicator. You'll notice him speaking highly of his partner to friends or family, or even showing small gestures of appreciation like a warm smile or a simple touch. These actions may seem minor, but they go a long way in making your partner feel valued and cherished. Another interesting dynamic to consider is how men and women behave differently after intimacy. Men tend to feel a sense of relaxation or even detachment post-orgasm, while women often crave emotional connection or tenderness. Understanding these differences can help bridge any emotional gaps, ensuring both partners feel supported and understood. Now, let's address a challenge many men face but often feel hesitant to talk about: premature ejaculation. It's more common than you might think and can have a significant emotional and relational impact. For many, it leads to feelings of frustration, anxiety, or even shame. This can create a cycle where the stress of wanting to perform better actually exacerbates the problem. The good news is, there are proven methods to help overcome this challenge. One such technique is the stop and squeeze method. Here's how it works. When you feel the urge to ejaculate building, pause and gently squeeze the base of your shaft. This interrupts the buildup of tension and helps you regain control, prolonging the experience for both you and your partner. It's simple, practical, and incredibly effective when practiced consistently. Now I want to hear from you. Guys, does this resonate with you? Type yes in the chat if it does, or tell me more if you'd like deeper insights into these topics. Your feedback helps make this session interactive and valuable for everyone. Emotional connections are the foundation of any intimate relationship. Whether it's through understanding your partner's needs after intimacy or addressing challenges like premature ejaculation, the effort you put in will pay dividends in trust, satisfaction, and closeness. Remember, every relationship has room to grow, and these small steps can make a big difference. Keep the conversation going. Type yes or tell me more in the chat. And let's continue exploring ways to build stronger, more fulfilling relationships together. Let's shift our perspective for a moment. Intimacy isn't just about the physical. It's about creating a shared journey. At its core, it's about learning, communicating, and growing together. Here's how mutual exploration can transform your relationship. Think back to when you first got to know your partner. There was curiosity, excitement, and a lot of learning about each other. Intimacy works the same way. It's an ongoing process of discovery. The most satisfying connections often come from the moments when both partners openly share what they enjoy and what they'd like to explore further. Feedback plays a huge role here. It's not criticism, it's communication. A simple, "I loved it when you did that," or "What do you think of trying this?" can create a space for both of you to feel safe and understood. Think of it as a conversation where both voices matter equally. Now, let's get practical. Intimacy doesn't need to feel routine, and there are countless ways to keep things exciting. One approach is to experiment with positions that allow for prolonged connection and satisfaction. For instance, slower, more intimate positions like spooning can help maintain emotional and physical closeness, while enhancing comfort and pleasure for both of you. Another way to enrich your experience is by exploring natural lubricants and toys. These aren't just tools, they're bridges to new sensations. Imagine using a water-based lubricant to heighten sensitivity, or trying a toy together to spark curiosity and fun. It's not about replacing what you already do well. It's about adding variety and keeping the connection fresh. Here's a question to think about. When was the last time you had an honest conversation with your partner about intimacy? Communication isn't just about solving problems. It's about sharing joy, curiosity, and even laughter. Type key in the chat if you agree that communication is a cornerstone of any great relationship. Mutual exploration isn't a one-time event, it's a journey. By staying curious and open, you can rediscover the spark that first brought you together. Remember, it's not about doing everything perfectly, it's about doing it together. So, what's your next step? Start with a simple question, or try something new tonight. And if this resonates with you, type key in the chat to show you're ready to take that next step in building a stronger, more connected relationship. Let's face it, intimacy, while rewarding, can come with its share of challenges. The key to overcoming them lies in understanding, patience, and a willingness to adapt. Let's talk about some of these common challenges and how to address them effectively. Did you know that the clitoris, while incredibly responsive, also requires time to recover after stimulation? It's a lot like a muscle. Push too hard, too fast, and it can lead to discomfort rather than pleasure. This is why pacing and attentiveness are so important. Pay attention to your partner's cues. Sometimes a simple pause can make all the difference in ensuring a positive experience for both of you. Overstimulation is another area to approach with care. While enthusiasm is great, it's important to balance intensity with gentleness. Think of it as a dance, not a race. Adjusting your approach, varying pressure, and introducing breaks can prevent discomfort and make the experience more enjoyable. When it comes to positions, preferences can vary widely. Some women find traditional positions like missionary comforting and emotionally engaging, while others prefer options that allow for more control or deeper connection. Listening to your partner's preferences and being open to trying different scenarios can lead to better mutual satisfaction. For example, positions like spooning often provide a sense of closeness and intimacy that some women prioritize. On the other hand, standing positions, or those that create a more dynamic rhythm, may appeal to others. The goal isn't to find a one-size-fits-all solution, but to explore what feels right for the two of you together. Challenges in intimacy aren't barriers, they're opportunities to learn and grow together. Being mindful of your partner's sensitivity, adjusting your approach, and staying open to preferences can turn potential discomforts into moments of connection and care. So here's a thought. When was the last time you checked in with your partner about what feels good or what could be better? Start that conversation. It might lead to breakthroughs you didn't expect. And if this resonates with you, type care in the chat to let me know you're taking the time to approach intimacy with thoughtfulness and respect. Let's take a step back from the present and look at the fascinating intersection of history and psychology in intimacy. By understanding where we've come from and how we're wired, we can better appreciate the dynamics of modern relationships. Did you know that the use of sex toys dates back thousands of years? The oldest known example, discovered in a German cave, is estimated to be over 30,000 years old. That's right. Our ancestors had already begun exploring ways to enhance intimacy long before the advent of modern technology. This isn't just a fun historical fact. It's a reminder that the pursuit of connection and pleasure has always been a natural part of human life. The ingenuity of past civilizations often reflects our shared desire to create and explore intimacy, From early tools crafted from stone to the sophisticated devices we see today, this evolution shows that intimacy is a deeply rooted and universal aspect of humanity. Now let's talk about how our minds play into this. Men and women often have different patterns of arousal, and understanding these differences can help bridge gaps in intimacy. Men's arousal tends to follow a more immediate physical path, while women often experience a blend of emotional and physical cues. For women, arousal can be as much about feeling emotionally connected as it is about physical stimulation. Another fascinating aspect is how women are often drawn to strong, self-assured partners. It's not about physical strength alone. It's about confidence, decisiveness, and the ability to provide a sense of security. These traits signal stability, which can be incredibly appealing on both conscious and subconscious levels. It's amazing to see how history and psychology intertwine to shape our understanding of intimacy today. What do you think about these historical insights? Are you intrigued by how far back these practices go? Type "interesting" in the chat if this caught your attention. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Let's focus on the practical side of intimacy. Actionable tips that you can use to build a more fulfilling connection with your partner. These aren't just techniques. They're tools to enhance confidence, satisfaction, and mutual understanding. Let's start with something simple but often overlooked: the power of presentation. For many women, sensual lingerie isn't just about looking good. It's about feeling confident. Confidence is contagious, and when your partner feels good about themselves, it enhances the entire experience for both of you. Compliment their effort, and you'll see how a little encouragement can go a long way. Communication, of course, remains the foundation. But here's the twist: sometimes actions speak louder than words. Introducing a toy or trying something new together can be a great way to explore and connect. These aren't replacements for intimacy, they're enhancements that can add variety and excitement, helping you both rediscover joy in your relationship. When it comes to positions, comfort often takes precedence, and the spoon position is a perfect example. It allows for a slower, more intimate connection that emphasizes closeness and mutual enjoyment. For those who prefer a more dynamic approach, experimenting with other positions like face-to-face or standing can offer different sensations that might align better with your partner's preferences. Remember, it's not about mastering every position. It's about finding what works for you as a couple. Paying attention to your partner's cues and being adaptable is the real key to satisfaction. Now, let's address a challenge many men face: managing ejaculation. One of the simplest yet most effective strategies is understanding and following your partner's guidance during intimacy. Women often know what they need to feel satisfied, and being attentive to their signals can help you pace yourself better. Another technique to consider is the stop and squeeze method. If you feel yourself nearing climax too soon, pause and apply gentle pressure to the base of your shaft. This simple action can help delay ejaculation and give you greater control, enhancing the experience for both of you. Practical advice like this isn't about following a set formula. It's about creating a space where both partners feel confident, valued, and connected. Whether it's through small gestures like complimenting lingerie, exploring new approaches, or managing challenges with care and patience, every step you take can make a difference. Start with one of these tips tonight and see how it transforms your connection. Remember, it's the effort you put in that matters most. As we wrap up, let's take a moment to reflect on everything we've covered today. From exploring the subtle nuances of female preferences to overcoming common challenges in intimacy, each insight we've discussed is a step toward building a stronger, more connected relationship. Whether it's through understanding, communication, or trying something new, every effort you make matters. Now, I want to hear from you. What stood out the most during this session? Was it the importance of mutual discovery, the practical tips to enhance intimacy, or perhaps the strategies to address specific challenges? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'm excited to hear what resonated with you. And before we go, don't forget to like this video, share it with someone who might find it helpful, and subscribe to stay updated on more content like this. Together, we'll keep exploring ways to enhance your relationships and create deeper connections. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in the next session.